Don't mind what's going on right there. But anyway, today we have Barenaked Ladies and Pinch Me. And we have the video here too. I'll be watching it. Hopefully you guys can see it too if it doesn't get blocked. So anyway, we're going to get into this great Canadian band I've reacted to a few times. And at least once a month or whatever the hell. I mean, the person that I get most comparisons to who I look like is Stephen Page. And people always say, has anyone ever told you look like Stephen Page? And yes, they have. So anyway, we're going to get into this, talk about it after. So let's go. Almost like trip hop.
It's the perfect time of year, somewhere far away from here. I feel fine enough, I guess, considering everything's a mess. There's a restaurant down the street where hungry people like to eat. I could walk, but I'll just drive. It's colder than it looks outside. It's like a dream you try to remember, but it's gone. Then you try to scream, but it only comes out as a yawn when you try to see the one beyond your front door. Take your time, the way I'm gonna make you smile when you realize that it can't last. And might take a while just to try to figure out what all this is for. It's the perfect time of day,
Right back to it.
to throw all your cares away. Put the sprinkler on the lawn and run through with my gym shorts on. Take a drink right from the hose and change into some drier clothes. Climb the stairs up to my room, sleep away the afternoon. It's like a dream you try to remember, but it's gone. Then you try to scream, but it only comes out as a yawn when you're trying to see the world beyond your front door. Take your time, the way I'm gonna make you smile when you realize that I got my side. Might take a while just to try to figure out what all this is for. Pinch me, pinch me, 'cause I'm still asleep. Please, God, tell me that I'm still asleep. On an evening such as this, it's hard to tell if I exist.
My goodness.
Pack the car and leave this town. Who'll notice that I'm not around? I could hide out under there. I just made you say underwear. I could leave, but I'll just stay. All my stuff's here anyway. Like a dream you're trying to remember, but it's gone. Then you try to scream, but it only comes out as a yawn when you try to see the world beyond your front door. Take your time, so way out, I'm gonna make you smile when you realize that I got my side. Might take a while just to try to figure out what all this is for. Try to figure out what all this is for. Try to see the world beyond your front door.
All right, there it is. My goodness, Barenaked Ladies and Pinch Me. So, what I like about the Barenaked Ladies is their simplicity, especially in this song. It's pretty simple. The lyrics, I would say, are pretty straightforward, but it packs a punch. It packs a lot of feeling, obviously, a lot of emotion. And I like about Ed Robertson, because of course he's on the lead vocals here. I think the last few times I've reacted to the band, or maybe all of the times, I don't remember now, but it's always been Stephen Page. But of course their co-frontmen, Stephen and Ed. Of course Stephen's left the band now. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is Ed Robertson, he has such a a quirky voice. I mean, the band themselves are so quirky. I mean, I guess that maybe the Canadianness in them, whatever. So they just have to be quirky in that way. But anyway, yeah, and just a jumpy feel. The song makes you feel good, and his voice again, because I think of a song like 1 Week where he pretty much raps, and I mean it's almost like a rap going on here in the chorus, I would say. And you can understand again with 1 Week and now this one, Ed Robertson, he can sing so fast. I mean he can, and I guess almost he can almost rap if he wanted to rap. I don't know if he has or not, but anyway, he can go on to a fast pace, and you might have trouble hearing what he's saying, but I mean he goes and goes and goes, and I don't know, I'm impressed by his vocals a lot of the time, and yeah, he looks like, your average Joe, but I mean, he could sing like the Dickens. I mean, my God. But anyway, yeah, so I really enjoyed that. And again, I loved his quirkiness, and I love how straightforward it is, and just how kind of light the production is, especially before you get into the chorus. And then you get into the chorus, and there's that, like, I would say there's like a drum loop, but also there's drums there too. Obviously, the guitar riff throughout the whole track is very instrumental in the song. Obviously, very vital part of the song too. And I guess on the acoustic guitar, and again in that way, it sets the tone as a little bit simple. And how it started off, like I said, I think at the beginning of the song, it almost had a feeling of like trip hop. I was thinking of a band like Portishead or something. But again, we had the acoustic guitar in there, so it did feel a little bit rocky at the same time. So anyway, I just like how they can meld, I guess, different genres in a way, because like I said, I felt some rap, I felt some trip hop, I felt some rock, and I felt some Canadiana, if you want to say that too. But yeah, so anyway, and of course I like in the video how he's working, I guess, at a restaurant. And I did look up a bit about the song that I guess he did work, Ed worked at Wendy's, he said, in the 80s. And so the song kind of came from a real place. And it's all about feeling stagnant, I guess, in the world. And when you actually think about your place in the world and kind of figuring out that you're fine on the outside, but you want more. And you're kind of tired of life and how mundane it's become in that way. But also I like in the video too how all the people around him in the restaurant, of course, they're also happy. They're giving the thumbs up. And at one point, Ed gives the middle finger, I believe, and he's drinking a cup. I think he was drinking the cup. Anyway, there was a cup somebody's drinking, and it had the thumbs up. And then when you put it up over, on your mouth, you can see the thumbs down now, of course. And again, it says a lot right there. And how everyone is actually feeling. I guess again, we're putting on this facade that everything's fine, but it's really not. And but I was gonna say, everyone around him, they're all dressed like Steve from Blue's Clues in the green striped shirt and the pants or whatever. I was like, they're all dressed like Steve. Anyway, so I like that too, because I love Steve from Blue's Clues. But yeah, like I said, I like the video too. It's a feel-good song still, even if you don't pay attention to the lyrics, because there's an upbeatness to it. And but then you look at the lyrics and you're like, oh, this is hard-hitting. And many of these lyrics are very poignant, many poignant lines within the lyrics. And again, just talking about how on the outside we pretend everything's fine, but on the inside we want more. And again, in the video, you're working at a restaurant, whatever, you're helping all these people who seem to be happy, and you feel like crap. So it just sucks even more. But anyway, my goodness gracious, I guess I'll go on to the lyrics now, because I don't get much. Well, yeah, I guess I'll mention the personnel here, just for, I guess, my benefit too. Ed Robertson, of course, on lead vocals, acoustic and electric guitars. And every time I do want to mention too, again, I've talked about the acoustic guitar, but the Barenaked Ladies are one of the best bands I've come across who utilize the acoustic guitar so well. Again, it's like a staple in many of the songs I've heard from them. Anyway, Jim Cregan, of course, on electric bass, viola and violin. I mean, I feel like he's always on a violin or a viola or whatever. I mean, the strings are always very important to them as well. Kevin Hearn, my goodness, my vision is going on me, is on electric piano and organ here. I forgot to mention, but the electric piano, very moving as well at this point, very intricate at parts too. Again, there are so many different instruments on this track, and you could kind of tell. And even though I said at one point the production and the instrumentation is kind of subtle in a way, but again, there's so many different things here, so you would figure it's not that subtle, but somehow it is. I mean, I don't know, except for when they go into the chorus, of course, that's when everything just goes nuts, and it becomes not light anymore. Tyler Stewart on the drums, and again, I did read up that apparently they did loop one of his drum parts, whatever, and then he also did play drums, so there's a lot going on there with Tyler. Stephen Page, of course, is on backing vocals here, and he gives some great backing vocals behind Ed. He and Ed just what a great friendly combo they are. I love their voices so much. Again, just friendly. They just seem like guys down the street or something. I mean, I don't know, just the look of them too. They just seem so friendly. Anyway, and then Rob Minigoni, I want to say, it's on Shaker here. So again, I like to see a Shaker as well. My goodness. Liam Gallagher special. Anyway, So let's go to these lyrics now. And again, they're kind of straightforward, but they say a lot. My goodness. So with the first verse, it's the perfect time of year. It's the perfect time of year somewhere far away from here. So that just sets a tone automatically. Because first of all, you hear the first line and you're like, okay, maybe you think, oh, this might be a nice song. And then a nice feeling song. And then the second line takes that all away. It's somewhere far away from here, because it's not perfect here where I am. I feel fine enough, I guess, considering everything's a mess. So we get a picture of this guy's life automatically. There's a restaurant down the street where hungry people like to eat. I could walk, but I'll just drive. It's colder than it looks outside. Again, he could walk. He could put on a jacket. He could put on a winter hat or whatever, but he'll drive instead. And that seems like what he's been doing in his life. He's been just driving. He's been just coasting along in life and not really walking along or stopping to smell the roses, as they say. I feel like that there's a double meaning there, where again he just drives everywhere and he's just been going through life like he's not really alive in that way. And then we move on to the chorus, which is a bit wordy, like I already mentioned, but I didn't realize how much Ed says here in the chorus. So, pinch me, it's like a dream when you try to remember, but then it's gone. Pinch me, try to scream, but it's only comes out as a yawn. Again, much of the same that we've already heard. He's kind of yawning through life, and pinch me to wake myself up from this nightmare. Maybe not a nightmare, because again, it seems like life is tolerable, but he wants more. And anyway, try to scream, but it comes out as a yawn. I'm still asleep. Try to see the world beyond your front door, which seems to be hard to do for this guy. And he seems to be anxious to do anything about, wanting more out of his life. Take your time, because the way I rhyme is going to make you smile. And again, he talks about the way he rhymes. He's kind of telling the audience what he's doing. And again, he is a pretty good hip hop little artist here at, in this chorus. Anyway, realize that with a guy my size, it might take a while just to try to figure out what all this is for. Again, I guess maybe what life's for, what life's all about, what this world is all about. All that kind of comes to mind. Many questions come to mind as well. Then we go into the second verse where things kind of change. And I don't know if he's going back to... he's hearkening back to a different time, maybe when he was younger and he felt like life was very good. But anyway, it's a perfect time of day to throw all your cares away, put the sprinkler on the lawn, and run through with my gym shorts on. Again, it just seems like that would be somebody more young than he is at this point in the song would do, I guess. I don't know, but I guess you can run through a sprinkler whatever age you are. Take a drink right from the hose, because why not? And change into some drier clothes, because you gotta. Climb the stairs up to my room, sleep away the afternoon. And again, it seems like he's going back to maybe his preteen years, his teen years, whatever, sleep away the afternoon. And maybe that's not like a good thing to do, to sleep away the afternoon. But at this point, it seems like that it is a nice thing to do, because again, he's younger when he talks about this verse here, and that's just something he would do, and then he would wake up and he would kind of be full of life in some way. And then we have the chorus again, which I won't repeat, because again, I don't want to trip over my words. But then we have the bridge, pinch me, because I'm still asleep. Again, we talked about earlier how he went to bed and slept away the afternoon, and then you go into the bridge after the chorus, and he kind of says, I'm still asleep, ever since that nap I took, way back when. And yeah, it's just hard hitting, very deep, very meaningful there. It says a lot. My God, please God, tell me that I'm still asleep. Again, that this life isn't real. This isn't real. I'm still asleep. This is all a dream. I'll wake up and things will be better. On an evening such as this, it's hard to tell if I exist. Again, very, very hard hitting. I don't know how else to explain it. My God, you just feel for this guy, and that a lot of people feel this way, just stumbling through life. If I packed a car and leave this town, who will notice that I'm not around? Probably nobody, in his mind anyway. I could hide out under there. I just made you say underwear. So, and one of the greatest lines I would think that I've ever come across here. And of course, I guess I could hide out under there. And that kind of makes the listener say underwear. And then he says, I just made you say underwear, so that's fun. I could leave, but I'll just stay. All my stuff's here anyway. Again, it seems like I just said earlier there, life is tolerable, so he doesn't feel like he has to leave. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like he wants to take that jump anyway. And that he's fine with just sticking around and living life as he is already, even though he does want more out of it. Then we go into the chorus, and then the outro again. I'm still asleep. Pinch me. Try to figure out what all this is for. Try to see the world beyond your front door. Try to figure out what all this is for. I'm still asleep. Again, he's trying to figure this out, but it's hard to do when you're still asleep. So anyway, just to sum it all up, I guess. A very deep and meaningful song that just seems so simple and so straightforward. But again, it's all about just, I guess, stumbling through life and just, having that mundane feeling and not really doing anything else. Just going to work, going to bed, eating, shitting, once or twice a day, and just I don't know, just that the cycle continues, and you never think about, you never stop to smell the roses, you never do anything else, and you don't go on a vacation, whatever. You don't even have the money to do that. It just seems like, yeah, it's just such a dark, kind of dim life, and it's kind of sad, but at the same time, he doesn't really want to do anything about it, and he said, and it's kind of tolerable, and that's what he's used to at this point. So anyway, just so much comes to mind, and I just love this band so much. So anyway, I guess that's all I gotta say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. And shout out to my dad, Stephen Page. Oh yeah, we've run the tests. He's not.